Who here has had one of those nights that you knew you would regret in the morning because of partying too much or too hard? I know I have, and I'm sure most of you know exactly what I'm talking about being college students and all. Yes, I'm talking about the regrettable hangover. Hangovers are something that affects anyone who drinks alcohol, and therefore it is important to understand what a hangover is, who it affects, how you can avoid one, and lastly, how you can get over one if you experience its symptoms. Every weekend, people will typically get drunk and will wake up the very next day with a hangover. As a person who once believed in himself to be immune to hangovers and have come to the agreement that I am not, I feel as though I am qualified enough to discuss how to handle one. First, I will explain what a hangover is, then talk about who it affects. Next, I will go over some helpful tips on how you can avoid one. And lastly, how you can get over a hangover. Let us take a look at what exactly a hangover is. A hangover refers to a set of symptoms that occurs as a consequence of excessive use of alcohol. Typical symptoms include nausea, headache, fatigue, sensitivity to light and sound, and is just an overall bad symptoms on your body. The main cause of a hangover is ethanol, which is in the alcohol of your drinks. Ethanol is a toxic chemical that works as a diuretic in your body, which causes you to urinate more and become dehydrated as a result. Dehydration is one of the main causes of your hangover symptoms. Hangover can leave you struggling to concentrate and feeling irritable, which is not ideal if you were planning on making most of your day and not spending it in bed. For many people, a night of drinking can lead to a painful morning after and the dreaded effects of a hangover. Hangovers vary from person to person. Everyone is different, and different factors include weight and gender. Tell how well you are able to handle your alcohol. People known as lightweights seem to have hangovers after one or two drinks. However, according to the Encyclopedia of State of Health, written in 2013, it takes the normal person about 5 standard cocktail drinks to ensure a hangover. Now we can discuss some helpful tips on avoiding a hangover the very next day. Here are some evidence-based ways to prevent hangovers, or at least make them less severe according to the Healthline article written in 2018. One way is to avoid drinks with high congeners. Congeners are another set of toxic chemicals that include methanol, isopentanol, and acetone. Alcohol drinks with high levels of congeners increase the level of intensity of your hangover. Another useful tip is to drink plenty of water throughout the night. As mentioned before, alcohol causes you to become dehydrated, and so in order to help avoid a hangover, you should drink plenty of water. Another thing alcohol does is impair your sleep quality. Give yourself plenty of time to sleep after a night of celebration. The next thing you should do is consider taking supplements such as vitamin B or C. According to Time magazine, written in 2010, people who consume vitamin B or C are less likely to wake up with a hangover. Lastly, the severity of hangovers is related to your alcohol intake within a certain time period. Limiting yourself to a couple drinks at a time can be very helpful to the morning after. Now, if unfortunately you hadn't done any of these useful tips that I provided for you and wake up with an excruciating hangover, not to worry, because now I'm going to go over how to get over a hangover. Once you wake up, your body is going to tell you to drink. Listen to your body. According to a Daily Meal article in August 2017, written in August 2017, you should drink plenty of water or other nutrients such as emergency to help cope with your hangover. One last newsletter by The Greatest says that you should eat a hearty breakfast. Eating a good breakfast is a renowned hangover tool that will help restore blood sugar levels and help mitigate your hangover symptoms. So today I went over with you all what a hangover is so that you are more aware of your alcohol consequences, provided you with some information on alcohol intake on with different people, different tips on how you can avoid a hangover, and lastly, how to get over one. Just remember, hangovers are something that affects anyone who drinks. So just be more aware of your decision making. And lastly, some of you may have promised yourself that you would never drink alcohol after waking up with a bad hangover. And let's just say this information is for your next morning after. Thank you.